We got some more sauces to do this week. So we got 3 more. We're doing Gringo Bandito's green sauce. We are doing Big Daddy Trevi's High on Fire hot sauce, and the Sword Tears of Fire. The funny thing is, 2 of these 3 sauces are made by a hot sauce company that no longer exists. I mean, they might, but as of right now, yeah, they don't seem to be running. So, first things first, we will start with Gringo Bandito. Something I do like about this is on the label they go, for the nutrition facts they've got underneath it, hot sauce really doesn't have nutritional value. It's vinegar and pepper, for God's sake. What did you expect? Why are you even trying to determine the nutritional value of hot sauce? Just enjoy it. You can find this at gringobandito.com. Pretty much anywhere that sells hot sauce, I found it. It is a habanero and serrano hot sauce with the peppers in it. Let's crack that bad boy open. Nah, it's got one of these things. I hate these things. But let's pop that off. Give it a sniff. The serrano pepper sticks out quite a bit. Let's give this bad boy a pour. That is it's a little bit of it's a faster pour, so, but not like super fast. There's other ones that have been way faster. The peppers definitely stick out on this, especially the serrano, but the heat of the habanero does make more of an appearance. And it actually does pretty good. This is a little bit spicier than I expected. I was expecting this to kind of be like a, very barely any heat. There's actually a surprising amount. Not like it's killing me, but we're going to give this a couple seconds to cook. This is a sauce made by Dexter Holland, singer for The Offspring. I remember kind of listening to them when I was a teenager, doing my whole skate punk thing. But it kind of takes me back to my teenage years and all that. They had a lot of catchy songs that were on the radio and stuff like that. There was the radio that I actually listened to until, I don't remember, I think literally high school. When I got done with high school, I stopped listening to the radio. I would ride my skateboard everywhere, and that in the bus. I loved that. Loved doing that because it gave me time to kind of just chill. And what would happen is I'd have music on, just in my headphones, and just go. And it was really kind of nice. Sometimes it would let me clear my mind, both before and after school. And the whole skate culture was kind of cool. I enjoyed the kind of weirdness of it. You had a little bit of this punk rock thing. You had metalheads. You had guys who were into hip hop. You had guys who were into. It was a literal mixing pot of, hey, let's be into this and into that. Take a little bit from here. Take a little bit of that. A little bit of street culture. A little bit of surf culture. Very cool kind of thing, which I was all about. I really liked that whole idea because I also enjoyed that. I enjoyed various styles of music and the various stuff, and I thought it was cool to be able to do that. Sure, some of that's not so cool now, I guess. I don't know. You saw Big Brother and you saw the CKY guys doing their thing, and then that became Jackass. Kind of crazy to see what came out of that whole scene. So now we've let this cook for a few minutes. The sauce is it's pretty tasty. I do enjoy the flavor. It's spicier than I expected. I kind of like that. I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 10. Unexpected. And not in a bad thing. But, I mean, all of the sauces I've had from this line have been good sauces. I do think that the Gringo Bandito line has been good. I think there's maybe one that I haven't reviewed. Who knows? That might change in the future. Pretty tasty sauce. If you happen to see it, go ahead and grab it. It is hot enough to where you will have a little bit of heat. It definitely was hotter than I expected. Honestly, I expected a 2 at the most. Now we're looking at Big Daddy Trevi's High on Fire sauce. This has a habanero pepper in it. A hot sauce brand that when I tried to find, like, I can find the sauces everywhere, just I can't find anything about the company. It looked like their website was down, and perhaps they were discontinued. I noticed that on some of the hot sauce sites I've gone to, and I would name them, but they don't give me any endorsements or a discount code. If they did, I would probably plug them. But they all seem to be on sale as a discontinued brand, and I couldn't see anything on any of their social media, which is too bad. All their sauces I've tried, I've enjoyed. Let's give this, look at that. No guy on the top, because I hate those. It wouldn't be a Big Daddy Trevi sauce if it didn't have a hoppy beer scent to it. So let's see here. Oh, that's a quicker pour. It's a bit of a thicker sauce. A quicker pour. Not using a stunt spoon. It's on there, I promise. Oh, definitely has that beer flavor to it and some sweetness, a little bit to it. There's some good heat there. Definitely a more savory sauce. So I've been listening to High on Fire for quite a while. I think I've seen Matt Pike in a shirt maybe twice ever. Once in Baltimore before he was going to play with Sleep, and then once after a show somewhere. Some kind of after party thing. And I kind of think about them, and I kind of think about when I got into them in my late 20s, and it kind of feels like that. Listening to them is kind of a snapshot of my life at that time. The people that I was hanging out with then, just kind of where I was in life. It's kind of funny. I look back on it, and my life is I don't really see most of those people anymore. It's weird to watch that kind of thing happen as you get a little bit older. High on Fire, love the band. Kind of love the doomy. That makes them like. I always kind of assumed thought they were like doomy Motorhead, which kind of got me into them in the first place because I do enjoy Motorhead. They got a great live show, so it's always been a lot of fun. So the heat is not bad. The heat is, I want to say it's a 3 out of 10. All of the Big Daddy Trevi sauces have a unique flavor because they like to mix beer with their sauce. I find it to be an interesting take for sure. I don't dislike it because sometimes you're trying these sauces and it's 9,000 different labels and 2 sauces. And the only difference is, is it cayenne or is it habanero? And while I love that, there's, like I said, it gets a bit repetitive. It's like, put your own spin on it. Like, literally put anything else in it. Just something to differentiate from everyone else. Don't just spend, like, the extra money on a label. That's, sure, a cool label's great, and I have fallen victim to that on more than one occasion. I would like the... Just add a little bit extra, and that's what I like about this stuff. This company appears to be no longer running, and I hope that they are just on hiatus and not done forever. They're one of those companies that does sauces almost exclusively for bands. I don't actually know any sauce of theirs that was not a band-related sauce, at least in ones that I've had. I've reviewed a bunch of them. I'm going to review some more, I believe. I think I've got maybe 1 or 2 more. I have to double check. And we're doing the Sword, Tears of Fire. And this is a Tears of Joy sauce. Yet another company that seems to be on hiatus, which is too bad. I really enjoy their stuff. I've gone on about how I love their hot sauce shop when it was open in Austin. They are not there anymore, and I don't see them on social media doing anything anymore, which is too bad. But I just hope it's a hiatus, and whatever's going on there, they are able to get back up and running. And if they're not, that's really unfortunate. This sauce has has both habanero and ghost pepper in it. And it's got one of these annoying guys in it. This is what I'm doing. I'm just popping that off. So you don't think I'm cheating and switching out the sauce with something else. Do people do that? I don't know. Give this a sniff. Ooh. Definitely smell the peppers. The habanero sticks out a bit more. Got a little bit of some eye water there. Well, which to be expected. Let's do this. A little bit of a slower pour. All right. Uh-oh. So I taste the habanero, but more importantly, I taste that ghost pepper right away. So I know this is gonna burn a little bit. I can feel it already creeping. I'm excited. I kind of like the Sword. I've seen them play a bunch of times. I first heard about them through my friend Paulie. He was friends with us, I think one of the members at the time, and he was like, "Oh, dude, check this out. They kind of sound like, they're kind of like a doomy stoner metal Black Sabbath." And I'm like, "Okay, I'll check it out." And I don't know if that's an accurate description of them, but I checked it out, and good stuff. Fun band. I really enjoy a bunch of their songs, and I also kind of think back to the time in my life when I first got into them, when I first heard them, and the people I was hanging out with, probably like my mid-20s, and I think to the people that I was hanging out with at the time, and I literally don't hang out with any of them, those people anymore. Not because something happened, there was a falling out. Just some of them moved on, some of them moved away, some of them we just outgrew each other. Some of them I lost them in a breakup, or I was lost in a breakup, which happens. Life tends to do that. Real heavy here today for a hot sauce. I'm just really kind of letting this go, and you know what? I'm feeling the sauce kind of. It's in my throat, which is underneath my beard. I promise it's there. I feel it there. I kind of feel it creeping up a little bit, like I'm getting fire breath, which is awesome. It's not as bad as I expected. I was kind of expecting it to hit a little bit harder, which is fine. It's fine that it's not hitting as hard as I expected. But this is good. It's definitely giving me, I breathe out and I feel the heat coming. So that's what I mean by fire breath or dragon breath or whatever. Where, oh, it's fire. It's great. The flavor's good. I have yet to have a Tears of Joy sauce that I don't enjoy the flavor of. I do have a few more of those I will review at some point. I am trying to take my time with those because those are some of my favorite sauces, and I like to really take my time with the ones I enjoy. That's one of the things with these sauces, the discontinued sauces, or the companies that are no longer there, and the funny part of how it's all a snapshot of parts of my life. Kind of cracks me up. It's like, oh man, I used to hang out with this hot sauce, but now they don't exist anymore. There's kind of a summary of a lot of things in my life where the hot sauce is no longer and people, the companies come and go, people come and go. It is a savory sauce, 3.5 out of 10. But the ghost pepper's doing its job to really kind of push harder, like it's creeping in behind my ears. It's not doing like super heavy damage. I'm not sweating. My sinuses aren't dying. Let's go over them one more time. We got Gringo Bandito's green sauce. It is made with habanero and serrano peppers. The sniff test gave it it definitely made my nose itch. It has a regular pour. It is a savory sauce that's got a heat of 3.5 out of 10. Surprised the crap out of me with that. And it's decent, so check it out. Next we've got Big Daddy Trevi's High on Fire. This has a habanero. It's a habanero sauce. The sniff test is, you definitely smell the beer, the hoppiness out of it. The pour it's a regular pour, but the sauce is super thick. But it pours good with that. It is a savory sauce and a 3 out of 10 as far as heat goes. Also a unique flavor sauce. Well, that was good. And last but not least, we've got the Sword Tears of Fire. This is a habanero and ghost sauce pepper. It is, when you give it a sniff, you smell the peppers. It has a regular pour. It is a savory sauce. I say it's 3.5, maybe even a 4 out of 10. Good flavor, good sauce, good band. So all these sauces ended up having a nostalgia trip connected to them, which I did not expect to have happen. I mean, I've had sauces take me to some weird places, and sometimes you astral project into the space of who knows where and see long lost relatives and stuff, or whatever craziness. But these just kind of got me to be a bit reflective due to the bands connected to them and how you can have that happen. You have band, you have music that'll take you to a spot, and that's also the same way. It's taking me on a little bit of a journey, which is kind of crazy. When I'm initially doing my setup and kind of looking these things over, I usually do put on the music of the various bands that, when they're music ones. If they're not, just do whatever. It took me brought me back to some cool spots and reminded me of some cool people that I do miss. But like I said, it's kind of cool how even just a sauce and some music can really drive your brain into some fun spots. That's all I've got for now. I will see you next time.